I saw a post that said that men are dating more for peace over beauty now. And if that doesn't tell you how dense and how black and white these men think, is that they're correlating more a beautiful, attractive woman to be more difficult and more demanding.
We just prefer peace over your beauty. Like I've said in many videos before, is your box worth the discomfort of not having peace in my life?
Yeah, it's gonna be a no.
Do you know what the funniest thing about so many men is nowadays? So many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only gonna waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
What if we consider for a moment that the male loneliness epidemic is made up by a bunch of women who keep getting rejected on dating apps for either their filters or the way that they look or the way that they feel or the way that they talk, and they've made up this whole concept of men being lonely? Because I don't know about y'all, but the last time I checked, the majority of men are checking out of dating completely and want nothing to do with it. And when you think about it, these women have such unrealistic expectations because they expect a man to be making $120,000 a year, right? Where he's supposed to magically afford a house that's $650,000 while working, 20 hours a week and still being home with the kids and being dad of the year while simultaneously trying to be an entrepreneur and a millionaire to support his family. So instead of taking like a deep reflection on why these women are failing at relationships or failing on dating apps, even down to filters, and not even presenting themselves in a way that actually represents who they are between the filters, the makeup, the extensions, the selfies, the angles, the contouring, maybe it's not that men are actually lonely. Maybe it's the fact that men have checked out of dating altogether because they don't want to deal with all of the drama, all of the insecurities, the unrealistic expectations. They're tired of being ghosted. They're tired of being treated like shit. They're tired of being number 3 on a roster. They're tired of giving 100%. They're tired of planning the dates. They're tired of paying for a woman just for her to leave her for the Chad that has no job and no car. They're tired of trying to get to know women that don't disclose that they even have children because women have simultaneously agreed to not even letting men know that they have children in the first place. They're tired of dealing with baby daddies and drama. But also, let's consider for a moment that even the nice men of the world that have good morals, values, know how to communicate, are top tier men. They have checked out of dating altogether because why are they going to put up with all of this drama just to be dumped for the next Chad? I honestly think that the male loneliness epidemic is made up to help women cope with the idea that men have checked out of dating altogether. Okay, bye.
But seriously though, I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's keep going.
And I'm not talking about rich men. I want y'all to be the fuck for real. Y'all not bagging rich men. You're not. You're not. Rich man not coming to save you, bitch. You're at Applebee's. You're getting off the bus. A rich man not coming to save you. You're 37. You were fucking regular Jerome for 37 years. You not about to get little baby.
She lies. She lies.
And you 37. You don't need to be fucking little baby.
She's lying.
Stop playing yourself and setting yourself up for heartache because these regular ass niggas is not coming with thousands of dollars to give you. You broke, he broke, y'all gonna be broke together.
I said shut up!
And I only say that to say this. Y'all be listening to these bitches, oh, he paid me $1,000 just to DM me. No, the fuck he didn't.
My secret is out.
You not even $1,000 to DM me kind of bitch. Come on now. Y'all be doing that shit. Y'all trying to trick who? I just want everybody to be the fuck for real for a minute. That's it. You ain't been fucking on them kind of dudes. They not coming today and they not coming tomorrow, and it's okay. Find you somebody that's in your lane and drive that.
You on your way. You going to the top.
Man, the truth bombs, but that's really what hurts women the most. The truth.
Men know, like within a month, if you're wife material. They know very, very quickly if they want to marry you or not.
A month? We know within like a few days.
I won't thank you for shining your light on me.
Pretty much all good men are aware of this. That's why what he just said makes what this woman said negated.
You say you get women that look for you.
Yeah.
So women approach you, those are women you talk to?
Most of my longest lasting relationship, the woman either approached me or was the first one to like to heart a picture.
That every relationship I've been in that was really long, I approached a man.
Because it always works like that. You want to know why? Because the value is there.
That's crazy.
Because you going after a man that you see high value in. So therefore, it's not like the man is chasing you, trying to convince you to deal with him. It always works better like that. These women be like, oh, that's not how it's supposed to go. Well, my life will tell a different story.
And low-key, a lot of these problems y'all having because y'all not treating these men how they treat you. Stop stroking his ego. You got him feeling important. That's giving him the confidence he needs to keep ignoring you. When you start acting funny, you start running. That doesn't mean you start going above and beyond to prove that you're that bitch, because you should have already do that before you met him, with or without him, whether he calls you or not. If you don't have a ring, y'all just friends. No, you can't have the keys to my place. What? Make him feel like an idiot for even asking you that. Why would I give you the keys to my place? Because we had sex? You know how much our rent is? Like, who said I was even looking for a relationship? We're just friends, okay? You're breaking your own heart, ma'am. Yeah. Why are you giving him closure? Telling him what he did and how he had you fucked up. Let him figure it out like you did. Okay? Because it's common sense. We are grown here. Any man that ever gave me the silent treatment, ask him how many years experience since he spoke to me or heard from me. And I bet you he's still looking for clues and answers.
Spoken like a true lonely chick. You got this preference, as a lot of lonely women would call her, saying her best relationships was when she stepped to the guy, versus this hair helmet wearing woman who's talking about girl, whatever the heck she's talking about. It's up to you, fellas. You decide how you want to do it.
Y'all ain't like me growing up, not never. Then I got a white woman, and because I got money now, it's like you don't like sisters. Y'all ain't never gave me the time of day, and when I tried, it was like I was nerdy, weird, ugly duckling, and nobody wanted nothing to do with me. And now I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my experience. And then if y'all don't like me, and we know it happens because it happened to black little girls. Yes. It happened to black boy where you ain't, they don't, you just ain't it. But then now if I go date something else, is, oh, I hate myself. If I do shit, you made me feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all never wanted nothing to do with me. So it's on both sides. But at the end of the day, if I go with where I'm being shown love, what's the issue with that?
Honestly, it shouldn't be no issue with it, especially in this time in history where all the women are saying men are X, Y, and Z on the negative end.
Did you know that most of us women gravitate towards dissatisfaction?
Yes.
The ones who have curly hair, we want it straight. The ones who have straight hair, we want it curly. If we're fat, we're too fat. If we're skinny, we're too skinny, and so on. The problem is that we bring this into our relationships. And every time our partner, our husband, our boyfriend, whatever, does something for us, we always find a reason to be dissatisfied. As wise women, we need to be catching this tendency, because it can come to a point to where men feel that there's nothing they can do to please us, causing them to completely give up.
Wait. As wise women, you need to be catching this tendency. Did I hear you right?
Yes!
So that means all women just innately have this trait?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Is that what you're telling me?
Look, I'm not gonna tell you again, okay?
Here's why you can't stop dating losers and low-value guys. I'm sorry to say it, but the people that you date are a reflection of what you think you deserve, basically. So if you're constantly in the pattern of dating guys that are just like trash, fuckboys, losers, broke guys, then that means that subconsciously you feel like that is the level that you deserve. Otherwise, you wouldn't even entertain them for like 2 seconds. And the thing is, I'm almost certain that you're not a loser. You're probably an amazing, beautiful woman, but you can't grasp your own value, or you don't know how to energetically demand someone that is at your level.
You had me until you said that. The reality is you can't demand these guys that you don't deserve. You get the guys that you deserve. If you deserved a good guy like the ones who watch this channel, you would have already had him. He would have already saw you. You would have already saw him. You would have dropped your handkerchief like they did in the 1800s. He would have rushed to pick it up. Y'all would have started a conversation. Happily ever after. Matter of fact, play the song for this lady.
If you can't do that,
Dumb
you're just
chick.
your value, and no wonder you're not going to go for a high value.
Lonely and dumb chick.
That's what you're worthy of. So
you could have been married in your 20s, but you had to be a lonely and dumb chick.
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these like very entitled females now made it like almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just like, here, like, what the heck? If you don't come up to me, I think you're a weak man. And you may not be. You probably aren't, because...
Well, here's the thing with that, ma'am. If you're not gonna walk up to this guy, you're probably a weak woman, because this other lady, who is, in my opinion, way more attractive than you, she's visibly way younger than you, she said her best relationship was when she approached the guy. So she seems like a strong woman. What's your problem?
It came to the point where he became a millionaire, you know what I'm saying? And he was able to sustain an extra wife. But when he came to you on a respectable manner, brought it to you and be like, look, I know this woman, she's beautiful, I think I got feelings for her, and I want you to meet her. And, you know, I want us to be a unit. You see what I'm saying? I want us to be together. You see
There's no unit.
Yeah, that's a unit because
I'm
that's
not doing none of that.
nation.
I'm not building. He could build a nation with any other woman. I'm not the one.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it this way, because the girls are desperate, but they're not desperate enough. You see how smug she looks? She's recording it to say, oh, girl, look this dude, babe, blah, 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 blah. But you got these other women who are like, man, when are guys going to start approaching? They're not. Men are not walking up to women because they don't have to, because their peace is more pleasurable to them than you squawking. Honestly, if you didn't squawk, maybe the guy, but you can't not squawk like the other lady in this clip said.
The guys are not wasting their time on toxic, entitled ladies like y'all. That's the difference. All women are not like y'all. Y'all just out here the loudest on the internet, so it feels like everybody thinks like y'all.
And that's the truth. It just is what it is. Now, because the women are not lonely enough, but they're getting there, they're not willing to do what the preference said earlier in the video, which is just walk up and be like, yo, what's good? But you better believe it, they're thinking about it.
So as the mystical third person that got added to an existing marriage to form a throuple relationship, a lot of people always ask me, you know, what that's like in terms of the fact that I am joining an already existing relationship, the past that I missed out with them, and the fact that they are already so close, and I'll never fully be able to catch up to the depths of what their relationship has already achieved. That might not be fair to me. Well, let me tell you some of the perks that go along with that.
Whoa. We gotta address that in a whole other video, because this loneliness epidemic that's completely one-sided is headed down this road. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with those brothers who you want to see win. And we'll do it again. But for now, let's continue this conversation in the comments.